It's true to say that the internet has given us easier access to market and sell at a global level. The downside to that, of course, is customers from all over the world demand instant responses to any queries they have. And as a business owner, this is always an ongoing battle to give them the support they need. Hi, I'm John. I'm the founder of SI UK Digital, and we've developed a solution that's perfect for this scenario. And this video is to tell you all about GlobalAnswerAI, an email support system that is more or less instant, 24/7, 365 days a year. You'll know if you sell on a global stage, your customers are all over the place and they demand these answers instantly when they have a problem or a question they need to resolve. Now, yes, they could Google it. Chances are when they do so, they'll have a raft of responses they've got to farm through to try and find the exact phrase or solution they're after. So much easier if they can just ask you, the experts. Now, in the past, this was always an issue, and this is why big companies don't have huge call centers, because the cost is phenomenal. And quite often, when an email is sent, even to these big companies, it disappears into the myriad for days on end. I recently needed some parts from my car, which is an import from Japan, and it took days to get any kind of response just to find the right part numbers. So I know firsthand exactly how difficult it is. And there was inbuilt with that a language barrier to overcome. And it's with this in mind that we made GlobalAnswerAI, a very simple solution that as the email hits your inbox from the user, the AI agent gets to work, looks up the response, and then emails them back instantaneously. On average, 30 seconds to a minute, they've got a reply. How cool is that? Now, it's very simple in that your AI agent in GlobalAnswerAI is looking at the documents or information that you provide as a database for it to work from. So this could be all the information on your website that's publicly available. It could be manuals, user manuals, support documentation, anything like that that can be documented into a PDF or text format that the AI can then read. On receipt of the query from the user, it will use this knowledge base to formulate the solution and answer that it sends. And if you are selling on a global stage and you produce this documentation in multiple languages already, the AI can use that and respond in kind too. But remember, the AI these days is multilingual and can respond to them in their own language, which is absolutely brilliant from your perspective. It also means you don't have to have a team of interpreters on hand for every query that comes in. Now, assuming it cannot find the answer in the documentation that has been provided, it should then inform the user it's unable to help at this time, and it will take some details and pass it on to the human support team for when they arrive in the office. It literally is as simple as that. But let's see this in action. So opening my screen, I've got my email open. For the purposes of this demonstration, I've set up some documentation in the AI related to photography or related to cameras. And I'm going to ask some questions related to those cameras to see how quickly it responds. So I will compose a message. You'll see it will come up with the relevant email address because I've obviously been making sure everything works as you would do before deploying anything. So it's very simply support@siukdigital.com for hours. It isn't live all the time, only when I'm doing demonstrations. So please, if you want to test this, send me an email. I'll make it live for a short while and you can by all means test it. I'm just going to write help in the documentation, in the subject line rather, and I'm going to ask it here. Sorry, my typing slow. I've just bought a Nikon Z6 camera. How can I operate? Can't spell. The exposure compensation. I'll put my name in because I'm that way. And we hit send. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to sit here and wait for a moment because momentarily there should be a reply. As I say, this one will take an average about 30 seconds here. If it's going around the world, it will take a bit longer, but then the reply will hit the inbox and we'll be able to read exactly what it states. The cool thing to say about this is your team don't need to be anywhere near it. while this is going on. And at first, let's look at that. Here we go. Here's my attempt. Now, I will point out that because this hasn't been fully trained and this is just documentation I've loaded into it, there will be what we call hallucinations. So right in there, here's my attempt, is something we would train out after rigorous testing over a period of time. But here's the response. Congratulations on your new Nikon Z6. Very nice of it. Exposure compensation button and the main command dial. And it goes on very clearly about the plus or minus symbol and the I menu. So there's some information there which the user can take away and hopefully resolve the issue they have. That gives you an idea. So we'll do that one. I'm going to quickly do another one, another camera, just to test it with another manual. So again, I'm just going to keep that to help again because it's so much easier. I own a Canon M5 camera. Ooh. How do I set up the sound levels for my remote microphone? And we'll hit send again. And again, leave it going. I'm not going to pause. We'll just have it go away. Thank you. See how quickly this comes back. I would say that fairly certainly with about another 30 seconds, we'll have a response on this one. Didn't add my name in this time. So it'd be interesting to see if it puts my name back in from my email address. Possibly not. It didn't do help in the thing. Yes, it's done John again. So let's see what it says. Oh, it's carried on because I've already emailed it once. It's carried on with the emails. That's fair enough. I get that now. Okay, and very quickly it says access the menu button, navigate to sound settings, move it. So it's all there. Recording level meter. Yeah, technically correct. Excellent. So, and you can see on the screen, it's formatted it in a way that makes it easy to read for the user. I've instructed it to do a HTML response. It seems to be putting that in the message. Again, these are things we would train out at a given time, as you know, while we're setting up and testing it for each user. But as a quick test, just for what I've done here very quickly on a new setup, that's what it's doing. So it's working as intended. Excellent. So there you go. Simple as that. In about 30 seconds, a very quick response on the product details provided from the knowledge set that I gave it. So what are the benefits to this? Well, quite rightly, it's a low cost setup compared to hiring more staff and having them sit there for 24 hours a day responding to this kind of thing. It's a minimum investment in that respect. There's no training required for any new staff that comes on board. Once the AI is loaded with the documents and it's been thoroughly tested to start with for all the nuances in how it responds, it's good to go. Even if you upload new documents, that information is then available to it. It just reads those as anyone else could, but it'll do it in seconds, whereas a new member of staff might take some time to get up to speed. As I stated, you can update it at any time as you go along. So as new products are added or changing services, etc., you just upload, change your documents, your website changes, you can add that information in, and on it goes. It's a never-ending open book, if you like. You can keep adding to. The other thing is it actually frees your current staff up to do other tasks. So if your current staff are currently answering these routine questions that you get on a daily basis that are, as you saw in this example here, that anyone could read in a user manual, they're free now to do other resources, other tasks. It could be a more technical level support for users that require a bit more in-depth response, or it could be they're involved in other aspects of the business. It's certainly going to free up a lot of their time to do more things rather than wasting time on the routine. And the other cool thing about it is it doesn't actually take that long to roll this out and embed it into your system. As long as you've got an email address that can be used, that it can be tasked with, this can be implemented fairly quickly. There's no need to have an unusual email address for them to reply to. So I hope this has been of some interest to you. It's an absolutely brilliant system for any business of any size who needs a fairly instant response to any customers, wherever they are, on their products and services. If this is something you want to explore further, please do get in touch. Contact details on the screen and in the link below, and we look forward to hearing from you and seeing how best we can help you out. I've been John. Thank you for watching. You take care.